I want to talk to you about something that I think is controversial that I don't think should be. And I commend you for doing this. You started Bottles to the Border. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so I had been wanting to send items down to the border. It's not easy to do something like that. You think it would be, but the detention centers won't take items. And so trying to find places that will take items where people can access them who really need them can be a little difficult. And so I called a friend of mine, Stephanie De La Rosa, and we just started talking about it, and we said, we really need a combined effort from the pro-life movement. Who can do this, who can gather supplies. And I said, I'm gonna put out a registry. So we contacted 4 different centers that are working with immigrants. And so these would be places where the immigrants would go after they've left the detention centers. And they go there with nothing. I mean, they don't even have shoelaces. Shoelaces are taken in the detention center. Kids don't have toys. I mean, there's just nothing. And so a lot of moms, who need baby supplies, who need nursing items, basic things that we take for granted, they don't have. And so we thought, this really isn't a political issue. This is sort of just a human rights issue. We need to get down there and figure out how to help people. And so we started talking to different pro-life groups, and surprisingly, people we weren't surprised that they wanted to get involved. We were surprised that they were actually willing to put their name on it, because like you said, this becomes controversial when it's just about helping people.
When I did this, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, went down to the border under Obama, and I was telling people then, because the border guards were telling me, these people who are being demonized, these border guards were saying, please, you've got to get people to wake up, and what's happening, they're putting children in cages and breaking up the families. I called every single reporter that I knew that was on the left and said, don't use my name if you don't want to, nothing, just please check this out. Here are names that you can call in the border guard that need this exposed. Nobody was interested on the left, and unfortunately on the right for a while, until people started getting a handle on it. People thought I was saying that we have to, welcome these people across the border. No, I just want to take care of people. When you were hungry, I fed you. When you were in prison, I visited you. When you didn't have clothes, I clothed you. That's what we're supposed to do. And then let the machinery of the government take care of sending these people back.
Exactly. And, we hear all the time pro-lifers saying, we don't want government interference. We need the churches to step up. Okay, well, let's step up, right? Like, let's be the church. Let's help these people who are in these desperate situations. I don't care why they're here. I'm not really interested in that. I just want to help them while they are here right now, while they are in need. And we talked to some of these respite centers. They are receiving 500 to 800 people a day. Mm-hmm. That's a number that can you imagine, like 500 to 800 people? You're having to clothe them, take care of them, house them, help get them medical care. So it's really easy for conservatives to say, well, we are taking care of them. It's such an overwhelming number that a lot of people are falling through the cracks. And so
a lot of towns are falling through the cracks. A lot of churches are collapsing because they cannot do it. It is the church's responsibility. When I say church, I don't mean with a capital C. I mean small c, us, all of us. It is our gospel requirement to clothe the needy, to feed the hungry. And they are here, and we are letting our capital C churches collapse all along the border, and our towns getting ready to collapse because there's no money to do it.
Right. So we gathered all this stuff. So we did an Amazon registry. We had a drop point for we do registries a lot for single moms that choose life, who are in desperate need of resources. So we're sort of like a well-oiled machine for large baby registries.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was that times 100. So we had a drop point. One of our staff members, and then there were none. Everything was being shipped to her. Everything was organized. We had a team of people go to her house, get everything organized. And then we got the coolest offer. So a man that goes to her church, that he owns an 18-wheeler trucking company. Mm-hmm. And he said, I will donate a truck, the time, and a driver if you can fill it up and get supplies down to the border. So we have an 18-wheeler that we are filling up with supplies and taking down there to the border. And the most needed items are, I think, just basic things, diapers and protein boosting milk for kids, formula, shoelaces. Every single person that comes, 5 to 800 pairs of shoelaces are needed per day because they're taken in detainment.
Day.
They need, the kids come in. Oh, they told us 5 to 800 people come in per day. About half of those are children. I mean, come on, people, wake up. These are kids. It doesn't matter why their parents are here. It doesn't matter their immigration status. These are children.